Hello and welcome to the Talking It Up Show, real talk by real people on real issues. I'm your host, Charlene Edwards, and we have a fun-filled broadcast for you today. And we have a lot of guests packed into today's segment. First of all, we have Travis McNeil. He's the Executive Director of Golden Harvest. Pamela McKnight, Low Country Healthcare Systems, and Jamie Quarles. He's going to talk about Big G Enterprises. They have a basketball camp. They're feeding people for the holidays. It's so much that's going on, so you don't want to miss any of this. And we'll be right back after the break.
When I think of home, I think of a place.
Come on home. Come on back home for all of the homecoming celebration. Saturday, August 8th, get ready for Fun Fest. It happens from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The homecoming celebration continues with the homecoming service. Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, 1454 Florence Street, Augusta, Georgia, where the Reverend Dr. K.D. Martin is the pastor.
Did you know in the United States someone dies in a drunk driving accident every 52 minutes? I know the statistics all too well. We represent the innocent victims of alcohol-related crashes. We see firsthand the devastation that alcohol can cause for victims and their families. Too often it leads to serious injuries or worse. On behalf of the Chandler Law Firm, a law firm representing injured people, we urge you, please don't drink and drive.
We're back and we're live in studio with Mr. Travis McNeil, Executive Director of Golden Harvest. Thank you so much for being with me today. I tracked you down on LinkedIn. I saw your profile and I've had some relationships with Golden Harvest prior to you becoming the Executive Director. So I really, really appreciate you being here with me today.
Well, thank you. It's a privilege to be here.
Yeah, the privilege and the pleasure is mine. I was sharing with you before we started taping this segment, that in New Orleans is Second Harvest. So I know of the work of Second Harvest there. And then when I found that there was a Golden Harvest in this area, I really wanted to be connected and interconnected. So that's why periodically I would have someone from Golden Harvest on the show to talk about the different things that are going on at the Golden Harvest. And you said something before we were cued about a 6-year-old came up with a slogan for a Golden Harvest.
That's right. For over 15 years, Golden Harvest has been partnering with the community with one of our largest food drives.
Right.
And that food drive, I think, has an incredible brand because it really has an incredible education piece in it.
Yeah.
The phrase is, it's spooky to be hungry.
It is.
And that all originated from a lady over in the Augusta area who over 15 years ago just started a food drive in her neighborhood, and it grew and grew and grew. And she left town and just totally gave the whole thing to Golden Harvest. But she was just really trying to teach the community, her neighborhood, but her own children what it means to serve and to give back.
Yes.
And in explaining that story to her 6-year-old daughter about hunger, the little girl said, "Ooh, Mommy, it must be spooky to be hungry." And that's really what she named the program.
Yes.
And so the logo is a little ghost.
Yeah.
And it really just answers the question. And I think it's a call to action, too.
It is, as you were sharing, and that's really profound. The Bible says that the poor hear not reproof because their immediate needs are not being met. And something else that stands out to me, when the multitude followed Jesus, they didn't ask for anything to eat, but he was mindful that there was going to be a three-day journey to go back.
Right.
And that they would faint in the way
Correct.
for hunger, of being hungry. And he met their immediate needs.
That was his heart.
That was his heart.
Yeah.
We should have the same heart.
But you know, people are so distracted today.
It's a lot that's going on, and media plays a part in that, and I'm a part of that, of the media. But I chose to do something different. Media plays a part in all of those distractions.
Yes.
Until it's time for the holidays. And then we're all plugged in. Well, we want to do something for Thanksgiving, and we want to do something for Christmas. We're talking 2 days out of the year.
People ask me all the time at church, especially around Thanksgiving, Christmas, and the holidays, Easter, and they're like, "Oh, you must be slammed right now. Y'all must be so busy." And I'm like, "Well, not really. Well, why not? Well, because we have to distribute 1.2 to 1.6 million pounds of food per month.
Oh my God.
12 months a year. That's
Yeah.
17.2 million pounds of food.
Yeah.
The need is consistent. Those in need, Easter, Christmas, and Thanksgiving, don't control their need.
That's exactly right.
And as a matter of fact, there may even be less need at that time because there are more people
that are willing.
And think that's the time that they're open to serving at that time.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
open to serving. So how can the community, first of all, change the mindset and be a continuum support to Golden Harvest?
Well, I was just writing a thank you letter today for the people that will give to us in July.
Yeah.
And some things that I said in that letter was, thank you for giving
Yeah.
in July.
Yeah.
Because it's really June, July, and August
Yeah.
when Golden Harvest has the least money to really do the most. Children are out of school.
And people on vacations.
People are on vacations. That's that distraction.
Yeah.
And they're using their funds.
Yeah.
So some of their disposable income they're using at the time.
Right.
And children are home with their grandparents or
Yeah.
their uncles
In a summer
and
camp
aunts.
or vacation Bible school.
Yes.
Or all of those.
And children in need, because their parents may be working also, but they're having to stay with grandma and
Yeah.
take care of them. And so the need is really great for us financially in the summer. So,
right.
that's a plea that I would put out. We're actually going to have a commercial, I think, running on Fox during that time. They're just doing that to help us. And I think the Augusta Chronicle is going to run an ad in the newspaper
Yeah.
for us, essentially to say, hey, let's beat summer hunger.
Yeah.
Let's beat the need in the summer.
Yeah. Well, let's do that. If you get that ad to me, we'll run it inside of the Talking It Up TV
Great.
show. And if you get the audio, I'll run it on the radio on WAAW, and then we can change that. I think it's our responsibility in our prospective areas to be the change that we want to see happen.
I tell you something exciting that's going to happen in September, because nationwide with the 198 food banks, it's Hunger Action Month.
Right.
September is always that. And the Hunger Action color is orange. Cancer is pink.
Yeah.
Hunger is orange. So you're going to see orange. We're going to light some, I can't give it all away, but some really large buildings in downtown Augusta.
Awesome.
The entire thing. And one thing we're going to do is the First Baptist Church of North Augusta, their praise band and their worship team and everything, they're going to record a jingle that actually I wrote.
How
but we've
cool
never
is
recorded
that?
it,
How
and
cool
we're
is
going to
that?
launch it in Hunger Action. It goes like this. It goes, well, let me get all the words in my head. It goes like this. Feeding lives together, serving 30 counties, Golden Harvest, we serve with you, we serve with you, we serve with you.
Awesome.
So you can play that on your radio station.
If I'm going to take the audio from what you just did.
Oh, that wasn't very good. They're going to really jam it up with the guitars.
Get
and
it to
everything.
me. Get it to me, and we will support you in that. Travis, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
with us.
Thank you.
I want to be a part of that.
Thank you.
Whatever it is that Golden Harvest is doing, we want to be a part of it.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after the break.
Talking it up. We are talking it up.
Probably the best thing that happened to me after I retired was enrolling in the Nuclear Care Partners program.
Living with a chronic illness is a challenge not only for the patient, but it becomes a diagnosis for the whole family.
One of the main things is their encouragement and their willingness to help me.
So if you or someone you know was a former Department of Energy worker, we would encourage you to make the call and get some information.
We're excellent nurses, and we just care deeply about this population.
Fly Augusta Regional Airport. It's good for the community.
Before I fly, I always check flyags.com.
Fly local, fly global.
It's my hometown airport with worldwide jet service.
Easy in, easy out.
Lower fares.
Better reliability.
Fast, friendly, secure.
Every time you fly out of Augusta Regional Airport, you're supporting our community.
Augusta Regional Airport. Fly there, Fly home.
We're back and we're live in studio. Pamela McKnight, I know there's a lot, you got a lot of layers, but you are the program director for Low Country Healthcare Services
System. Yes.
Why don't we just want to say services? Systems.
Because we're all about serving you.
You did it. Welcome to the Talking It Up TV show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we're both on air personalities at WAAW. And then I started hearing about all these great things that you are doing as it relates to the Low Country healthcare system.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about that because really that's a really broad scope. Mm-hmm. So you're not just sitting in a office.
That's right.
So tell us about the healthcare system in the Low Country.
We serve 6 counties. Primarily I work with HIV. And
really?
Yes. And we serve Allendale, Barnwell, Bamberg, Calhoun, Orangeburg, and Aiken.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're constantly on the move.
Yes, ma'am.
So the kinds of services that are available to your patients and your clientele?
We take a holistic approach. We provide all services that may be needed from someone we actually provide the primary care, basically.
Yeah.
I run the Part C program, and what that encompasses is the actual primary medical care for people living with HIV and AIDS.
Wow, this is ironic. The last doctor that I worked with, I was working with in a family practice, but then my services were solicited from an infectious disease physician, Dr. Gabriel Mendy, Gabu. It was shortened because he was also a radio person. And his focus was infectious disease. And his patients were HIV and AIDS. But there weren't as many patients then, and we're talking about a 10-year span.
Right.
And there just seems to be a boom.
Well, not necessarily. Probably 10 years ago, those patients were probably being seen by my program.
Got you.
And then, but the only thing about that is, although we have these services available in this area, only 1/3 of the people who are knownly affected are actually receiving care in the area.
So is it the stigma of it, and they're not wanting to come forth, or what is it?
It could be a number of things. A lot of patients, people who are infected, they may be moving around. From a lot of people go to down north or up south. But but you know what I'm saying. They're moving around a lot.
Exactly.
And it's kind of hard to keep track of them. And and we, being that we're special because Aiken actually borders. It's like a border county, for those who could go to Georgia. So it's very difficult for us to get a clear number of how many people are actually out of care in the area.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how would someone access the care? Is there a phone number that they just call, or do you get referrals?
Yes, we have a system set up. We work closely with the hospitals and the health departments, and everyone knows who to contact for primary care in our area. But you can Google it, and we'll pop up. If you can go to our South Carolina HPC, that's the HIV Planning Council for the state, and you can find all the local offices that provides the primary care services.
Wow. When I first met you, stunning.
Well, thank
Wouldn't
you.
have never thought that you were that busy and in that capacity. You have to have a heart for what you do.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. Can I please tell you how I started?
Please, because that was going to be my next question. How did you get started?
I have to say it was God. I actually, and you hear people say, speak it into existence, but this is actually what happened to me. I never imagined that I work in HIV. When I first came home from college, I started working as in prevention for alcohol and drug prevention. And I'm talking alcohol and drug, but I worked in prevention for alcohol and drugs. And I went to my first HIV conference in 2004. And in the first session, I was like, oh my goodness, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
I just felt it,
Your
it was a
purpose-
tugging.
Yeah,
and
your purpose was identified.
Yes,
at that
ma'am.
moment.
And I told my friend, and I said, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Make a long story short, she was asked to do a presentation. Bambi Sumter Gaddis, she's the director of prevention services in Columbia, and they were doing a initiative, a statewide stigma initiative, just increasing the awareness of stigma and how it, hurts our community as far as, any health disparities. But she asked me to help her with the presentation, and, because I have a gift for gab, and and I said, I tell you what, I'll help you if you co-facilitate. So we did the presentation, and as I stepped off the stage, the person who had my job before me asked me, do you want a job?
Oh my God.
And I said, thank you, God. And I've been there ever since. I've been there 10 years.
Look at that. I can relate to that. In Louisiana, Dave Treen was the governor, and he had a juvenile delinquency conference. And I thought it was going to be all related to juvenile delinquency because I'm a social worker.
Right.
And I was working at a group home for behavior disordered girls. So we were required to go. But there was a doctor that made a presentation, and he did a transformation on this child that had Down syndrome, changing the diet. And you could see the change.
Wow.
And that was really my wellness journey, just as yours.
Wow.
Wow is right.
Awesome,
Wow is
awesome.
right. Pamela McKnight, you are awesome.com.
Thank you. I'm trying to be like my role model.
Well, you're going to be better. You're going to be better than any role model that you have in front of you, because that's just you. That is just you. Pamela McKnight, Program Director.
Yes, ma'am.
Low Country
Healthcare System in Fairfax. That's our home office.
And give the contact information, and we'll have it posted as well.
Okay, P.O. Box 990, Fairfax, South Carolina. That's 29827, and our number is 803-632-2533.
Awesome.
And if you want to reach me, 1119.
I love it. Thank you for being with me
Thank you so
today.
much for having me.
This is a privilege for me. It really is.
The pleasure's all mine.
Let's take a break, and we'll be right back after the break.
When I think of home, I think of a place.
Come on home. Come on back home for all of the homecoming celebration. Saturday, August 8th, get ready for Fun Fest. It happens from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The homecoming celebration continues with the homecoming service. Antioch Missionary Baptist Church, 1454 Florence Street, Augusta, Georgia, where the Reverend Dr. K.B. Martin is the pastor.
We're back, and we're in the studio. Had a little skills. Jamie Quarles, Big G Enterprise.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, that sounds like that is a huge corporation, conglomerate, but you all are a huge conglomerate doing great things for the little people in the community.
Yes, ma'am. We're trying.
You're doing it.
Well, myself and my buddy Garrett Siler, we went to high school together, and we also played college basketball together at then Augusta State University.
Really?
I went on to coach, and he's still playing professionally.
I didn't know that.
Yes, ma'am. And we decided that we wanted to do something and give back to the community that's done so much for us growing up. And we decided we wanted to start Big G Enterprises, and our goal was to help in the community any way we could. And so that's what we're trying to do.
Because I was doing this. I played a little basketball in elementary school. I did a lot of stuff in elementary school. As short as I am, but everybody was my height in elementary school.
You'd like to have a nice shot.
Yeah. I just thought about something. During that time that I was playing basketball, girls could not go full court.
Okay.
Don't talk about how long ago it was. Don't try it.
I won't.
Don't try it. And I just saw Jaquan's face. Don't try it. The rules for girls basketball was different, and now pretty much it's an even playing field. So I was mid-court, and I had the ball, and I made a shot from mid-court. Whoosh! It happened. So the way that I felt when I was able to do that I can imagine that that's the kind of feeling and experience that these kids get because there's a basketball camp.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about that basketball
Well,
camp.
we just wrapped up our camp.
Yes.
And we had an unbelievable turnout. We had
Awesome.
about 57 kids. It
Awesome.
was at EDS. It was
Okay.
a week-long camp.
Okay.
And Garrett got here about 2 or 3 days before camp. I had everything set up for him, a couple of our buddies, and the kids were excited. He was coming back from Venezuela,
Oh, yeah.
and his team actually won a championship there.
Yes.
So we had a great week of learning, very diverse group of kids, staff, and it was a really, really good week.
It sounds like it was, and I just missed him.
Yes, ma'am.
But you know, it was meant for you to be here, to be that PR person because you all are a team.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's not the only thing that you all do is just summer basketball camp,
Right,
is it?
right.
Tell us about the other things that you're doing.
We're doing a lot of small things in the community anytime, you know, we're trying to have ourselves out there and be an avenue for help.
Yeah.
But our major project that we do, which all the proceeds from our camp go to, is our Christmas dinner project.
Yes.
And during Christmas, the very first year we did, this was our 4th year, this past December, we fed 20 families in the community. We partnered with Lifesaver, and it was a full meal that would feed 6 or 7 with the full turkey and everything. And you know, we've doubled our efforts and kept working and got the community behind us. And this past Christmas, we fed 100 families.
Oh my God, it all but doubled.
Yes, ma'am. So we're excited. This Christmas 2015, we're hoping to feed 200 families in the local community. So
yeah.
We're excited, and the camp is a good way to help us raise additional funds for the project. And it's a small thing, but we're trying to put our fist on it and make it something strong. And hopefully it's something that we can continue to grow and one day feed 500 families every year.
And I think you're on the way to doing that. And you're talking about taking care of the need.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so I know it's on the shoulders of just a few.
Right.
All right, so volunteers and other sponsors.
Yes.
Is there an opportunity?
Yes, ma'am. It's definitely an opportunity. You can give me a shout at 706-831-9767 or also via email at jamiequarles@gmail.com. JAMIEQUARLES.
Is there a website?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about that.
Big G Hoops.
Big G.
BigGHoops.com is our website, and it has camp information and pictures and everything from our Christmas events from the past. And we're just trying to be a stronghold in the community.
You're doing it. You're really doing it. So when you're working with these kids during the summer basketball camp, are you still keeping up with them when they're in school?
Yes, ma'am. So we make sure this was our 5th camp, and so we've grown a database.
Awesome.
And so every year, you know, we're reaching out to kids.
Yeah.
Our staff is primarily coaches, some college players. So we're sending little updates of, just want to let everyone know that Ahmed Hill, for example, had a good freshman year at Virginia Tech, and he's looking forward to seeing you guys at camp this summer. And we're trying to kind of build a little brand and have the community excited about our camp and excited about joining forces to help us with our projects in the community.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we want to do that. So if you have something in the form of a TV spot,
yes, ma'am,
or radio spot, get it to me.
I will.
And we'll make sure that it's aired, and make sure you keep me apprised of when that Christmas dinner.
Yes, ma'am. I
is
definitely
going to be
will.
there. We're going to see what we can do to help you.
Definitely.
And then help you get to that 500 and help you get to that 5,000, because you all are growing this by leaps and bounds.
We're trying. We're trying.
You're doing it. Doing it. I want to just take this opportunity to thank Stacy Hill. She has connected me to some great people that are doing great things in the community.
I'm so glad the connection was made.
I am too. Jamie Quarles, Big G Enterprise.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for being with me.
Thank you for having me.
It's my pleasure. We're going to go to a break, and we'll be right back after the break.
Probably the best thing that happened to me after I retired was enrolling in the Nuclear Care Partners program.
Living with the chronic illness is a challenge not only for the patient, but it becomes a diagnosis for the whole family.
One of the main things is their encouragement and their willingness to help me.
So if you or someone you know was a former Department of Energy worker, we would encourage you to make the call and get some information.
We're excellent nurses, and we just care deeply about this population.
It's time for the Power of Wellness. Dr. Dan Gillick, Aiken Chiropractic, 425 Lawrence Street in Aiken. Are you planning on having an office in Augusta? Because I keep saying Augusta.
Well,
don't answer that.
We'll see.
All right, Power of Wellness.
Yeah.
And we were talking before we had come back from the break. There was this girl that went to school with me, elementary school. We were best friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're a geek in school, well, I was a geek. I was geeky. I was really geeky. And Susan was a geek as well. But she would sit in class and she would take this hand and turn her head until you heard. I was like, oh my God, I thought she was going to die.
Yeah.
So I've seen that a lot. I've seen people popping their knuckles. And when you did my chiropractic adjustment, I was thinking that that my ankle popping was something that it needed to do when I took my heels off. And when you said that was scar tissue, it's like, well, no, when did that happen?
Well, let me address, and I'm glad you brought it up, the question of or issue of people kind of self-adjusting. It can cause really serious problems.
Right.
I would discourage that. I would say when people do that, they are not doing it properly. They are not doing it, like you're supposed to do. You're supposed to look at things and just do the vertebrae that are out of place and realign them properly.
Right.
When you do this move, that's what I call a long lever type of movement. You're moving everything. You're moving. There are 7 vertebrae in your neck, so you're moving all 7. And some are fine. You don't need to be messing with those. And then the ones that are not so good, maybe you somehow, as a blind person, get them in there. So it may give you a little relief for a little bit, but it's not going to last.
Yeah.
This is why those people do that, and then 20 minutes later they want to do it again.
Exactly.
It's like
she did it a lot.
Yeah, it's bad because you're wearing out your ligaments. You're wearing out your discs. There's little discs that cushion between the bones.
Yeah.
You may end up developing arthritic changes, bone spurs.
Wow.
I would discourage that. If you have the need to do it, if your neck is out of alignment, something
it's a problem.
it's irritating your nerves.
Right.
Go to a professional. We went to school for this for a reason.
Right.
We take x-rays, we do all this stuff properly, and it's safe, okay? So get it done properly. Don't do it yourself. Yeah.
I want to say this. If you got the snap, crackle, pop going on, stop it. And go see Dr. Dan, Aiken Chiropractic, located 425 Lawrence Street in Aiken, South Carolina. And that telephone number, you can call right now while you're watching us when we go to the break. Call 803-641-9191. Dr. Dan, thank you so much. That was cute. I thought it was scary, not cute, but thank you because it's serious. It's really serious. We're going to go to a break and we'll be right back after the break.
Hope House of Augusta, Georgia announces our Back to School Drive. Our kids have backpacks, but they're empty. Please help us fill them with items from their school supply list. For more information, contact Bailey at 706-737-9879 or go online to hopehouseaugusta.org. Thank you for helping us fill our kids' backpacks.
I've been inspired today by our guest, Travis McNeil, Golden Harvest Food Bank. He's the executive director there. Pamela McKnight, Low Country Healthcare Systems, and Jamie Quarles, Big G Enterprise, and of course, Dr. Dan. Stop popping your neck, Power of Wellness. Enjoyed being with you all today, and thank you for joining me. And have a great weekend. And we'll see you next week for more of the Talking It Up show. Real talk by real people on real issues.
Talking it up. Talking it up.